Hey everyone, I'm really excited about the lock that I have here today. It's the ASSA Twin Combi. Now, I've actually looked and I have not been able to find another YouTube video of this lock being picked. There are a couple out there where it's picked without its sidebar in it, but I haven't been able to find a video that's got it picked complete. So if you've picked this lock or if you have a video of it, I'd love to see it or at least talk with you about your experience because it's a really fun and challenging pick. So now, the ASSA Twin Combi is kind of a hybrid between the ASSA Twin 6000 and the Schlage Primus. It has drivers that are barrel spools with very sharp edges and matched countermilling in the core. And then on the side, it has 5 finger pins that need to be lifted and rotated. It adds a little bit to the Schlage Primus design by putting vertical false gates into the finger pins, causing them to kind of hang up and be a little bit more difficult to rotate. So the side pins need to be lifted and rotated into their true gates, and then the drivers need to be lifted through their countermilling into their set. And so it's a very cool lock, and I'm looking forward to it, so let's chuck it up and get it picked. Okay everyone, here we go with the ASSA Twin Combi. Made a special sidebar finger pin tool. Seems to work pretty well. Some of you guys might be wondering, on this particular lock I've been picking the sidebar first, and some of you guys might be wondering why I chose to do that. No real reason other than it's just kind of how I started with it. Okay, I think we got the sidebar. I think we're just about there. Oh, picking these ASSA Twin guys, that's the ways to madness. Just dropped some stuff. There it is. ASSA Twin Combi picked open. All right, let's gut it. I'm going to come down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm pulling out of it. Okay, we're going to lock it back up because we have the key and it's much easier to get the sidebar pins out. Let's pull the screws out first. Whew. These twins, especially the combi, it's really a trick. Okay. Let's see what to do first. Let's show a little bit of how the sidebar works. This particular lock is a sidebar designed pretty similar to the Schlage Primus, but and we'll see later it has some toothed areas that work and interface with the vertical serrations in the sidebar pins themselves. So oops, oh man. Shoot. Let's get back to where we were. Take that one out. Oop. Nope, that one's wrong. Shoot, I'm sorry guys. Well, messed up a little bit on this, but you get the idea. We'll dump the key pin, the key pins out now. Pin 6, 5, 4, 3. Oops. Here's one. Oops. One. And master wafer. Here we go. Okay. If you can see into this little sidebar window a little bit, that's kind of what is going on in there. We'll see a little bit later how the gates work. And then, of course, we have some countermilling in there. From the bottom, it looks pretty similar to a Schlage Primus and how the key pins or the finger pins work. And they line up the true gate. They're a little bit different designs, though, so let's take them out. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to dump these springs over here. Okay. So there we go with the core. All of this sidebar pins are removed. We'll come down for a close-up on those in a bit. And finally, let's pull out the top pins. I get one of my little sidebar springs. One. 2. 3. Why? 4. Just spring. Shaking like a leaf here. And finally, 5. And I guess that's 6. Well, I made a mess of that. Oh well. They're just the top pins. My work putting this thing back together. Okay. Okay, so there's the inside of the body. You can kind of see the little channel there for the sidebar. And there's still springs up there, but there's nothing threaded in the chambers themselves. We have obviously countermilling in the side of the plug. There's our little sidebar channel, and obviously there's the place for the sidebar fingers. Let's take a look at the sidebar. See, it's intact. And then I think you can kind of make out there, you start to make out the little teeth where the side pins interface. Now we'll take a look at each side pin individually. You can see that there are false gates kind of on the side. And then this little notch here is the true gate. This little notch there. Okay, and for those who are interested in sticking around a little bit longer, I'm going to bring in the magnifying glass to show a little bit more detail. The main reason I wanted to use the magnifying glass is for the sidebar here. And I think what that'll show is hopefully those little serrations that are in the it's hard to get it to focus. But anyway, those little serrations that are in this area right here, kind of where the side pins settle in, there are those little serrations. And that binds you up, causes you to have to push them around, because obviously these side pins have to be lifted and rotated. And we'll take a quick additional look at each side pin. Under magnification. And then the last thing is the countermilling in the core. You kind of see there that it almost looks like threading, but it's really countermilling that's made to match these little barrel spools. They're very sharp, kind of a sharp edge on these barrel spools that catches. It's kind of matched and designed to catch in there. So yeah, and then maybe a look down here under magnification to see the sidebar channel, and then some of the top. Well, there's the springs in there. So okay. There we go with the ASSA Twin Combi. Oops. Really happy to catch this guy on camera. Quite a challenging pick. And if you would like a giveaway, I'm going to be giving away this American padlock. Go through the video and find the tumbler facts that are included. And if you guess the one that's correct, there will only be one of them that's correct. And if you guess the one that's correct, I'll count up the number of correct guesses a week from today and pick a winner and let you know. Thanks for watching.